Medieval SimCity? Catan Seafarers? Boat League? Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. Whether or not you personally enjoy this league when it comes out, it is undeniably a huge step for Path of Exile, and I have never been more excited for a league. There is just so much new content and experimental ideas that it's hard to wrap your head around it, and I love it. Better be safe than sorry is a thing of the past, as GGG are innovating and we all better be ready. With the not so well received previous league Necropolis, Settlers of Kalguur breathes fresh air into everyone, and I wanted to make this video to further push the excitement of myself and other people out there. GGG announced so many new and returning features that it almost feels like 3 leagues in one, even comparing this to other competitors such as Diablo 4 or Last Epoch. Path of Exile absolutely blows them away with all of these features. We build taverns, farms, blacksmiths, ports and more, each with unique services such as a whole new player-to-player currency exchange market, disenchanting gear, new crafting systems with the rune blacksmith and recombinators. We will send out workers to run multiple maps for us or mine to collect resources. We build ships to send them out to harbours all over the world to trade and find treasures. We have to defend our town against pirates and make difficult choices that define the future of our economy. And we have to micromanage all of these things and more in real time, as well as playing the Path of Exile we all know and love. This changes up the gameplay in so many more ways than you might expect. There are just so many things to keep you busy and excited. It's no longer such a rush to sprint through the campaign to really start playing. Playing this time round, you'll be collecting gold, resources and supplies to slowly start building up your new home hub, King's March. You won't have to go back to your hideout anymore with the sole purpose of being to either deposit stuff into your stash or to craft something, as you'll now be returning to your own town to not only do those things, but to also build new buildings or upgrade existing ones. Maybe there might be some workers that have come back with resources, a ship with interesting treasures, or a pile of useless gear that has completed disenchanting. Alongside these features, we have massive overhauls to 2 Ascendancies, the Gladiator and a completely new Ascendancy, the Warden, which is a replacement for the Raider. As of right now, these changes look great, particularly the Gladiator that has received more positive feedback compared to the Warden, as it introduces changes that players have been asking for, whereas the Warden is a bit more experimental and not many people saw this coming. Both Ascendancies introduce completely new elements, such as the Warden receiving the ability to use tinctures from the Wildwood League, but changing up how they work, making them only temporary because of mana burn and with an 8-second cooldown. And the Gladiator receiving a new category of skills, retaliation skills, that are available to all classes, but the Gladiator in particular has nodes in its Ascendancy that empower these abilities. We'll have to wait and see how all this works in practice, as they have to be tuned right so that it is all balanced correctly. Another massive move by GGG which has been highly anticipated is the rework or rebalance of melee skills in general, increasing the damage of all melee skills in the game by 75% on average, or at least that's what Mark claims. But I have found a spreadsheet of all the melee skills at level 20 with the before and after damage numbers, and you can see that some of these have been increased by nearly 300%, such as Pestilent Strike, with a lot of them having increases of 200 and 100%. You may as well say that a lot of these melee abilities have had their damage doubled, which is crazy if you think about it. To pair with this, they are also rebalancing defenses for melee builds, allowing them to get tankier more easily for close quarter combat. They are even changing some skills to make them more suitable for melee defense, such as Blood and Sand stance, which have been changed to give you more damage reduction within the radius of the stance in sand form, and more physical damage in blood form. Another addition is the complete removal of Melee Totems so that Melee builds have to actually be played in melee range, as opposed to placing down totems away from you and letting them do all the hard work. Finally, other things that are relevant to this subject that are getting reworked or rebalanced are block, rage, war cries, banners, bleed, impale, critical strike, and even more that they haven't listed. But it still doesn't stop here. GGG are adding new base types within the game that first of all shake up the meta, as now there will be more powerful base types than there were before, and secondly making them more suitable to specific playstyles such as armor, shield, evasion or ward. And talking about ward, they are trying to make it a more relevant thing within Path of Exile, adding new base types, unique items, affixes and passive nodes for ward. But personally, I am not at all educated on ward or how it even works, as I've never even attempted to make a character with ward, nor have I really ever been interested in doing so, but this league might change that. Alongside this, they are also adding new types of existing currencies such as scarabs, chisels and blighted oils. They are adding a 6th slot to the map device, which is huge, and new encounters within T16 and T17 maps. They are also updating previously core content such as Blight, Ritual and Wildwood. As for builds and league starters, it's really early to say, but from the get-go I think we will be looking at a lot of Juggernauts and Gladiators, since their changes look really strong, especially the endurance charge changes and the Gladiator rework, along with all the bleed changes. As for skills, I think it's pretty clear we may see a lot of melee builds. I have wanted to keep this video fairly short, so I essentially quickly listed everything important and briefly spoke about the most personally exciting stuff, but this does not do it any justice, as it is so much more than what I have mentioned, and it goes unbelievably deeper than that. So please, if you are interested, go check out their official content reveal video and the news on their website, and the Q&A with Ziggy D and the patch notes, and only then will you get a good understanding of what is really going on and how huge and important it really is. Everything will be listed in the description below. In the next week before the launch of Settlers of Kalguur, I will be choosing a league starter, and considering all the changes, it seems likely to be something melee and something new, so stay tuned to find out what it is, as I will most likely be making a video about it. With all that being said, thank you for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you ashore the beach of Rebalance on the 26th of July. Stay exiled.